All right, Airborne here for another video. So this is that AAR of my practice when I went to the range with the AR-10. The rifle performs way better than I do, uh, and I take 100% of the blame on that one. Uh, Between 2024 and 2025, I have been slacking at my range time. I probably went to the range and actually practiced maybe 15 times. And that might even be more than what I actually did. So my skill decline is 100% my fault. I'm taking my time. I am rebuilding my fundamentals, uh, sight picture, trigger speed, squeeze, breathing, and shouldering, trying to make sure everything is in the same spot every single time before I start adding some stressors to the shooting. Like at first, I'm going to add a timer. And then after I get decent after doing it with timing, then I'm going to start doing jumping jacks and push-ups, even though I'll probably get looked at weird. Um, you know, training under some form of stress, as artificial as it is, I can't mimic the real thing. Well, I can, it's just illegal. You don't want to do that. So here's the results of the range. Those are the results. So you can see my center target. That one I'm all over the place, but I'm low to the left. Then you see the 4 targets are going around it. Those are my last 20 rounds. If you notice on the bottom left, you won't count as many holes as you should because I accidentally shot at the target to the left of my stand. I got a little, yeah, but I was the only guy on the range, so no harm, no foul that time. But yeah, that's 99% of that. Horrible grouping at 100 yards. With this rifle, 100 yards, it should be much tighter than that, is my fault. Next time I go to the range, I'll be pointing the camera at myself so I can see if I'm putting a cheek weld in the same spot every single time, have the buttstock proper in my pocket. Make sure I'm not rushing a shot and squeezing a trigger straight to the back. I know the process. I know better, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I can't see myself. Eventually, I want to get myself one of those Mantis shooting aids. I think that would help me out and save some ammo, considering even though this rifle likes X-Tac from PMC, the X-Tac matches, they're still $1.30 every time you pull the trigger. So, yeah. But I want to make sure I shoot at least 60 rounds every time I go out, bare minimum. You know, it's not a battle rifle. I want precision. So, yes, I can get more precision out of a bolt gun. I do understand that, but there's that. Right now, I gotta clean the thing. The bolt's already out of it. As you can see, dirty as hell. I started out with AAC ammo for the first 20 rounds, and that shit is dirty. That's weird. Yeah, I got this new camera tracking thing, and it just, oh, I know. You can remotely shut off the camera tracking by doing this. It turns it off. You can do this again. And it turns it back on. Yeah. But that's pretty much the sit rep on shooting today. Let's see here. Well, I gotta clean this thing and then I gotta go to a job interview. Hoping to be changing up career paths, one that a little bit more aligns with myself. Um, I don't like the fact I'm not allowed to have my gun at this one company I'm currently working for. It's their rules. I can't change the rules. It is what it is. So, yeah. But I'm hoping I get this other place, which is a little bit more friendly towards that stuff. And it's like the place doesn't even want you to have a gun in your car, locked up in a lockbox or whatever. You know, and I'm very serious about how I lock my firearms in my vehicle. I'm chained and everything. The goal is to make it, even if the person is prepared to steal something that's locked up into the vehicle, um, make it take as much time of their time as possible. Yeah, this thing's dirty. Okay, then I get the tracker. And it's still breaking it in. Let me wipe this down a little bit. The wear patterns look great. The only problem I'm having is for the trigger pack. The pins keep on walking themselves out. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to get some anti-walk pins for it, or else that's gonna be a problem. Outside of a flat range where you're just static shooting, you know, you don't want that walking out. And the next thing you know, you don't got a freaking pin. It is a 308, so maybe it's just the recoil. But it's starting to wear nicely. Nice and even wear marks. Like, you see it in here. Oh, I'm very happy with it. And even though I suck right now, it's fun trying to get those tight groups. You know, as I said, I just got to get my fundamentals back on track and I'll be good to go. You know, and then I'll go back to um, paying a premium rate for a range, go back there where you can actually do some shooting and moving, that's also fun. Moving through targets, you know, I love it. And then I'll start competing again and less chunky, less how can I say it? Blocky movement during the next competition I do. And I'll share that with you guys. If you guys like the content so far, please subscribe and like. I'll appreciate that. You know, for those who did like the content. I am working on getting a better camera for zooming. So that way you guys can actually see the impacts on the target instead of just dust behind the target. But it all comes out of my own pocket, so give me time. I'm just waiting on some materials for the blazer doors. And then I can finally get those things done, which has been taking freaking forever. But then again, I'm not a body man. You want a body man, you gotta go talk to Mike Tingle Whiskey. You know, I'm just doing it myself to save some cash, so I can put more money into the engine and drivetrain. Got some blacking right there. Let's see. Let's take this. Yeah. Use up this little bottle before I open up the big bottle. Copper remover, bore cleaner, etc. I also found it works pretty good on the carbon. And that AAC ammo was pretty carbon latent. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's a good girl. Right there. Well, yeah. Not bad. Interesting. Let's see here. There's a lot of crap going on in the world these days. Um, let's see here. You got the Iran stuff. Took some notes from information I was able to find. So far, combined everybody in Iran, there's about 2,500 casualties that are known of. That's what I could find. You guys can find different. Please share. You know, let's see here. Well, so far as also known, the $5.6 billion of munitions expended by the U.S. military. Just on the U.S. side, gas is up to $155 a barrel as of the last time I checked. It might have gone up some more, you know, which is, I think everybody has noticed the gas pumps. And I don't like ethanol fuel. And guess what? I can't get any ethanol free at the moment, which kind of bothers me. And the carbon right there. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. Had to have been those AAC because those are the first time I shot them, and I only bought 2 boxes of AAC. I brought 2 boxes of AAC 162 or 5 grain 308 match, and I brought one of them to the range, and I brought 2 boxes of X-Tac 308 165 or 2 grain. I got the box right here. 168 grain match. You know, so yeah, starting to wear my gear again. You know, I'm trying to get used to how it feels wearing an extended period of time. That's pretty much the bits on Iran. Other things that might happen, or what's happening right now. Apparently, wholesale prices are up 3.4%. I think everyone felt that one too. I noticed it from the day I started buying ammo for this thing, which was about 6 months ago before I even finished the build, to now. 308 went up about 15 cents. You know, so if you ever listen to that Bear Brief guy, seems to be not that bad. He takes care of he has a company, was it Refuge Medical? You know, his prediction seems to be coming true right now. You know, I don't know. I like how direct he talks. So it might not be for everybody though. What else is going on? Let's see here. In the world of HVAC, because I'm an HVAC guy, the new refrigerant sucks. I wish we'll just go back to 410. I don't understand why we're changing up the refrigerant. It's no better or worse, and it's freaking flammable, which is retarded if you ask me. You know, yeah. AC burns really dark, man. Carbon. Carbon, carbon everywhere. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Keep in mind, I started this video and the bolt was already out. So I like just to shove a rag in there and get the bulk of it out first and then start finally cleaning it. You know, try to clean the rifle after every time I use it. Actually, I just clean it after every time I use it. It might be delayed a couple of days, but you never know. So if you have it clean every time you put it away, you might have to add a little bit of lubricant to it. But outside of that, it's ready to go next time you need it or use it. Oh, yeah. This is not a tutorial how to clean a rifle, else I'll be describing each part and stuff. But YouTube don't like that, so and you won't be doing that. I broke down by a plate carrier. Don't have any plates yet. Think about getting those training weight plates. They're heavier than their normal plates. So that way when you're wearing the real thing, you don't feel as crappy. Let's see, do I want to brush it first? Yeah, I want to brush it, then swab it, then brush it again. And then swab it, and then be done. Can't wait till I replace this with a boar snake. This little SIG scope has been phenomenal. It's very clear. I think it's the best optic I've shot ever. I used to have a Weaver before they went to China, but a friend of mine borrowed a bolt action of mine, and he dropped it, damaging the optics. So therefore, its focus stopped working properly. You'll shoot it, it'll be fine, and you shoot it again, it's all blurry. Sounds like the Air Force is doing some stuff. Etc. Not great, not bad. Just does what it does. You know, but yeah, this very clear and durable. Now, granted, I kind of baby it when I'm not shooting it. You know, but then again, optics aren't exactly cheap. It smells like cat piss. I'm almost done here. It's not as dirty as I thought it was. So alright. Pop this back together. I use Slip 2000. You guys were more curious. Yeah, she's clean. I have to wipe it down a little bit more. Well, this is Airborne Vet. Thank you for watching. Airborne out.